Miyamoto Musashi, the renowned Ronin and philosopher, had a lot to say about overthinking. His teachings focused on controlling our thoughts, and who better to learn from than a guy who constantly faced swordsmen trying to get him? He had to master clearing his mind of any useless thoughts quickly. In this video, you'll discover how to apply Musashi's strategy to fix your overthinking, improve mental health, and boost focus and productivity. You can start right away, and I encourage you to stick around until the end to catch all the important lessons that could make a difference in your life. But before you can fix your overthinking, you need to figure out what's causing it. Musashi had some great insight into this. He said, "Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye." What he meant is that you need to be real with yourself and look inward to identify the root of your mental struggles. It's about going beyond surface-level thoughts and diving into your deepest fears and insecurities, the ones that spark overthinking. When you do this, you'll find clarity. Musashi knew that understanding what's beneath the surface is key to overcoming overthinking. By acknowledging your inner fears, you can begin to address them and move forward. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. This gem from Musashi speaks to the value of being flexible and open-minded. Overthinking often occurs when we become rigid, fixated on finding the perfect solution. Musashi's advice is straightforward. Be adaptable, accept that there's more than one way to solve a problem, and let go of the anxiety that comes from perfectionism. We often feel like our lives are mapped out for us. Society's blueprint says, born, go to school, get a degree, get a job, work until retirement, then that's it. But this path doesn't suit everyone. Overthinking tends to appear when we sense that we're meant for something different, when the standard path feels out of sync with our true desires. It's as if there's an internal conflict between what society expects of us and what we genuinely want. Musashi's wisdom is pretty relevant here. He suggests stepping back and observing this battle. Overthinking arises when our imposed beliefs battle with our true desires. By watching this battle, you choose which side wins. Recognizing that there are many paths to success allows you to find your way without getting trapped in the cycle of overthinking. To illustrate, let's say you're feeling pressure to follow a traditional career path. Maybe your parents want you to become a doctor, but deep down, you want to pursue something unconventional, like a graphic designer. This internal battle leads to overthinking. But if you adopt Musashi's mindset, you'll see that your unique path might be different but equally valid. By focusing on what you actually want to do and removing the other voices, you can dial in on that thing and manifest it into reality. Moving on to the next strategy, do nothing that is of no use. This quote is all about focusing on what's important and purposeful. Overthinking often happens when we dwell on things that don't matter. Musashi encourages us to eliminate unnecessary thoughts and focus on what's crucial. Think about how often we get dragged into useless drama. Whether it's people around us or social media, we end up absorbing nonsense that clouds our minds and pulls us away from our goals. It's everywhere. YouTubers hyping up drama, gossip filling our feeds, and pointless debates cluttering our thoughts. You might find yourself wondering, will Mike Tyson, at 57, beat a 28-year-old Jake Paul? But really, who cares? It's just filler, occupying your mind and keeping you from what's important to you. This kind of distraction is where overthinking often takes root. You might think, should I study more for this thing, or can I watch just one more video? And then, when you finally sit down to study, your mind wanders, questioning, am I doing enough? Will this actually help me? The clutter of unnecessary thoughts creates space for doubt and fear. If you remove the useless stuff and focus on what matters, you won't even give overthinking a chance. There won't be room for doubt or fear to creep in because your mind will be too busy with purposeful action. The key is to stay focused on what you know you need to do and clear away the distractions that don't serve you. Building on the momentum from our last point, let's tap into another piece of Musashi's wisdom. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. This mindset is all about focusing on self-improvement each and every day. Often, overthinking is fueled by comparing ourselves to others or fretting about what the future might hold. But Musashi teaches us to concentrate on personal progress and discipline, shifting our focus away from unproductive thoughts and towards improving ourselves bit by bit. Think about it this way. You've got 24 hours today. That's all you're guaranteed. Tomorrow isn't promised, and honestly, it never is. Your job is to live fully in those 24 hours, giving 100% to what's in front of you right now. Forget about what might happen 3 weeks from now if you don't do something today. Just take it one day at a time. When you adopt this one day at a time philosophy, you'll start noticing how much you actually accomplish. Each day is unique, a gift from God that's meant for you to experience life to the fullest and focus on the present tasks. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, but if you live fully today, you'll be better prepared for whatever life throws your way tomorrow. Carrying on from the idea of living day by day, let's dive into another crucial lesson from Musashi. There is timing in everything. Musashi's grasp of timing wasn't just about martial arts. It applies to life too. It teaches us patience and the importance of seizing opportunities when they truly arise, not just when we want them to. Overthinking is often a result of impatience or craving immediate results. But Musashi reminds us that rushing usually just leads to stress and mistakes. Think about someone dreaming of becoming a lawyer. They're likely captivated by the end result, envisioning themselves in a courtroom winning big cases, but they tend to gloss over the reality of getting there. The long hours, the grind, the intense studying. They see the destination but not the journey. Then, when they face the actual challenges, doubt floods in. Should I really be doing this? Maybe I should change my major or get a job. Musashi's wisdom tells us there's a right time for everything. If you try to rush through your journey, you might just push your goals further away. And that's when overthinking swoops in, making your mind a mess of doubts and what-ifs. Remember, good things take time, and there's a natural rhythm to how things unfold. Respecting that timing can help keep your mind clear and focused, letting you move forward when the moment is truly right. Do not let the body be dragged along by the mind, nor the mind be dragged along by the body. This advice from Musashi really struck a chord with me. It's about balance. Overthinking often happens when the mind races ahead or gets caught up in things that don't align with the body's needs. Musashi's wisdom emphasizes syncing the mind and body, creating a harmonious state that cuts down on mental clutter. In my life, I tend to focus on two main things: work, whether it's YouTube or my business, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Whenever I focused more on one, the other suffered, and that imbalance led to a lot of overthinking. When I was training, my mind would wander, and I'd think about all the work waiting for me at home. And when I was working, I'd stress about not improving at Jiu-Jitsu because I wasn't training as much. My mind and body were out of sync, and it created a lot of unnecessary stress. But then I came across Musashi's quote, and it hit home. I realized I needed to balance my focus. I decided to prioritize different things for different seasons. Surprisingly, once I did that, I found myself enjoying the present moment more, regardless of what I was doing. It's amazing how a bit of balance can bring clarity and peace of mind. And staying on the same idea, Musashi also said something that you might have seen on your gym wall. The way is in training. He wasn't just talking about physical drills. He was spotlighting the power of practice and discipline, which goes a long way in managing overthinking. And here's the thing. Sometimes we're our own worst enemies. We expect way too much from ourselves, get pissed off when we don't meet those sky-high standards, and guess what? That leads right back to overthinking. The reality is, all that energy you're wasting on beating yourself up could be channeled into working towards your goals. Face the reality of where you are, stop wishing without action, and start doing. That's how you make real progress. But fixing overthinking is just one piece of the puzzle. Imagine yourself as a project with unique aspects you don't struggle with. Maybe social interactions come naturally, or you've never dealt with anxiety. But you might have other issues, like financial struggles, self-doubt, or lack of faith. Here's what I want you to do. Take 12 minutes of your time, just you, alone in your room, and write down everything you struggle with. Make a list on your phone or paper. It doesn't matter. Rank these issues based on their importance. This simple exercise will give you a clearer perspective on what you need to focus on. The goal is to do our best to become our best. I firmly believe we have 3 key objectives on this earth. First, change yourself, and that's a lifelong journey. Next, focus on improving your family, and then work towards changing the world. But everything starts with you. After making your list, I encourage you to check out our other videos that address issues like anxiety and loneliness, problems that might be on your list. The goal of this movement is to become the best versions of ourselves. And if you want to track your journey and share it with a like-minded community, check out the Discord channel. I need more people like you there. Together, we can create something truly great, a community that works together towards a similar goal. Alone, we are strong. Together, we're stronger.